In late 2015, an archaeological discovery would be announced that would silence even the most vocal skeptics of the Bible. When one thinks of the great kings of the Bible, immediately coming to mind are the likes of King David, King Solomon, and then of course there is King Hezekiah. Where I'm standing right now, just a few years ago, between the city of David, the place where Jerusalem began, and the Temple Mount, the site of the biblical Mount Moriah, a small clay seal impression known as a bulla dating back some 2,700 years was discovered. And on this seal impression was a name that appears in the Bible written in ancient Hebrew script. What is the name on this seal? None other than that of Hezekiah, son of Ahaz, king of Judah. The biblical King Hezekiah, direct descendant of King David. His personal seal impression found here dating back some 2,700 years. And when one thinks of the great figures of the Bible, there is perhaps no one more than King Hezekiah who both his personal existence as well as the many events attributed to him in the Bible that could be affirmed from an archaeological perspective. We're talking about the seal of King Hezekiah. We're talking about the Pula Siloam. We're talking about the Siloam inscription, Taylor's Prism, the Lachish reliefs. Because when you're in the place where the Bible happened, the words of the Bible come to life. In 2018, just a few feet away from where I'm standing, just north of the city of David, the place where Jerusalem began, south of the Temple Mount, the biblical Mount Moriah, Dr. Eilat Mazar, a world-renowned archaeologist, announces the discovery of a small seal impression bearing the name of one of the most significant prophets in the Bible. On this seal impression, dating back some 2,700 years, in ancient Hebrew writing, appear two lines of text. On the first line is the name Isaiah. On the second line appears the word prophet almost in its entirety. The seal impression almost certainly belonged to the biblical prophet Isaiah, contemporary of the biblical King Hezekiah, which is all the more significant because just a few years ago, the very same Dr. Mazar announced the discovery of another seal impression dating back the same 2,700 years, and the name on that seal belonged to the biblical King Hezekiah, direct descendant of King David. So on the one hand, you have Dr. Mazar announcing the discovery of one of the Bible's most significant kings, King Hezekiah. On the other hand, you have Dr. Mazar announcing the discovery of one of the Bible's most significant prophets, that of the prophet Isaiah, contemporaries, because when you're in the place where the Bible happened, the words of the Bible come to life.